Hello there, and welcome to episode 16 of War Hospital. In the last episode, we finally managed to go ahead and hire our second physician to help treat chemical injuries. We also believe we have another trauma doctor on the way as a VIP who will be released upon rehab. We went ahead and are still expanding our trauma ward to accommodate that second trauma doctor. However, our biggest issue right now is definitely a lack of supplies. So our next quote of business is to go ahead and bring some more engineers in to keep them in the production stations. That way it'll allow us to go ahead and keep producing more of these supplies consistently. So let's hop back into things. So the biggest thing is definitely engineering production. I want to find a way to be more efficient. The engineering depot is long, it decreases construction time, and also the electric mixing machines here increase production speed, but 48 hours is a very long time to be kind of spending those resources on. The biggest issue is that we already have all the decreased production cost. We don't have anything else for that, so really the biggest thing we need now is actually more engineers. So that'll have to be our next area of concern in terms of keeping the hospital running, is going to be acquiring more engineers, which you can see we have slots for 2 more, but definitely acquiring enough engineers in order to allow us to go ahead and keep everything running, essentially. In fact, once this is done, I'm going to need to produce more reagents and probably produce more stress relievers also. Let's get time ticking up again. We also don't have any drafts because we've been sending all the soldiers to the front lines. Operation emergency. Patient has a very high temperature, but unfortunately we still do not know the exact cause. I fear he may not survive the operation. We'll use cooling compresses to decrease the temperature for a more energy expenditure, because it's already a hard enough surgery as it is.
Sir, operation was successful.
But I don't know if that was our operation that was just successful, or if it's the other one that's going on.
Sir, new patient arrived.
And of course, the engineers are now becoming exhausted. Do we have more patients sitting? Just one. Use 4 resources. We do have a good here. I'm gonna go ahead, once this is done, move the other engineers to start producing some
operation was successful.
Chemical medicine supplies. And we have another operation emergency. Show symptoms of infection and blood in the urine. Fears kidneys may be damaged. Will allow for the additional examination for more time. The trauma ward is finished. We don't have anyone ready yet for rehab. We're pretty close though. And now that that's done, these engineers are going to be sent immediately to start making more chemical supplies. We're going to stick 1 to start making alcohol. And the rest I think we're going to let rest for now.
Sir, engineers reached the pharmacy.
And now we have patients awaiting decisions. And for now, we're just going to have to keep sending people to the front until we get this up to strong again.
Patient is cured.
Inside the CCS, these are all trauma patients. And for now, I'm going to just have to deny them, because again, we don't have the medicine nor the resources to go ahead and really operate as much as we would like to. But once, oh, and the engineers are already good to go again. We'll go ahead and start producing supplies for everything.
Sir, engineers reached the pharmacy.
Definitely
Sir,
need,
operation was
again,
successful.
more staff permits. We have another person to upgrade here. This is an engineer. Playful. Performs slightly less efficiently when working solo. Works slightly more efficiently with others. We're gonna do innovative, uses up less resources to produce medicine supplies. Which means that if we now go into assignment here, I believe that was Jet Phillips. He should now have that trait. Even though he doesn't like working in the pharmacy, kind of sucks to suck in this case. Yep, inside the CCS. We're good, our morale has dropped by a significant amount, and we have an operation emergency. Ah, strong-willed patient, sure to rehab, which is always what we want to see. Do have one person ready to go. Trenches, another person. All those people will be going to the trenches.
Patient is cured.
And people are already tired from working, so we'll have to move them out and continue on.
The way.
And people are already close to collapse. These guys are good. You can make it an hour. I don't want to swap you out. Because you're about to be done.
New patient arrived.
There you go, you're done. New patients in CCS. Luckily they're both surgical patients, which means we can treat them. But we're once again low on surgical supplies. Do you have another patient ready to return? Will be sent to the trenches.
Sir, patient is cured. Sir, a message for you just arrived.
Oh, this will be... looks like Spencer Collins. If we can click on the name. Here we go. Personal letter, Major Henry Wells. Your facility saved my life. With Lieutenant Coomer's suggestion, I want to offer my services to the hospital. A skilled doctor, one of the few trauma specialists in the world, so I am sure I can be of great use here. We will accept. Which means that now we can start treating more patients again. He'll be dead. I'm gonna go ahead and throw them all back out here. Just see who we can and can't save. He'll be fine. And you two will not be. So we'll have to put those two back in denied, but we do have another trauma specialist now. The biggest issue that we're gonna be running into is, again, not enough medicine to operate. I think that's our biggest thing for everything at the moment. One thing I will say...
Sir, engineers reached the pharmacy.
We will fetch the truck. ETA 26 hours.
Sir, we lost this patient.
Patient died during operations. 27 hours until a depot income, and we have an operation
Sir,
emergency.
New patient arrived.
Surprisingly easy. Allowed the team to gain more faith in their skills. It's just a morale raise which you definitely need, and the engineers are already exhausted. So we'll have to
Sir, engineer
put them
on the
away.
way.
More patients in CCS. Not enough medicine to operate. We do have a critical patient. Which means the serious will have to... But if we swap, wouldn't matter. We may have to start saving supplies here. That's definitely our biggest issue at the moment. But we can probably fit this guy in like this, so. Whew. Alright.
Sir, new patient arrived.
Do you have more new patients? And we'll have to do this way. You have more patients awaiting. You're a civilian. You will first be released. Put a lot more combat power in the trenches. It does not matter, unfortunately.
Sir,
We're still at
patient
good.
arrived.
And we have an Operation Emergency. This one's sure to rehab due to strong will, which is good. Again, we're backing up more and more patients in the CCS. Don't have enough medicine. Alright, send the nurse soldier off to the trenches. But medicine is really killing us right now. And of course we have tired people now, which is not great. Need a lot of these medic teams to rest. We'll have to assign more people out. If you'll be dead, then we can't do anything for you. Alright. Definitely supplies are our largest issue at the moment.
Medics reach the casualty clearing station.
I will say, not being able to do any more scouting missions is kind of not very good. Schedule normal recovery. We need the morale at the moment because we're going to lose a lot of people. Yeah, definitely the lack of supplies is absolutely what's killing us at the moment. We're so low on everything and we can't produce enough to keep up. But we can start producing some more now. So we'll go ahead and get everyone assigned that way.
Sir, new patient arrived.
And we'll have to put this guy up here.
Sir,
Thing is, even though we have enough doctors, we just don't have the supplies for them.
Operation was successful.
We're literally getting enough supplies for an operation, continuing it. For this one I'm gonna have to... Sir, it seems the wound's infected, they need to thoroughly cleanse it. We're gonna cleanse the wound with the extra supply that we really can't afford. Again, more people I can't really afford to treat. Gonna have to deny more people on the trauma front. And engineers are getting exhausted.
Sir, engineer is on the way.
And another Operation Emergency, which we don't have enough resources for, which means we'll immediately have to perform the standard procedure only, and we have another trench mission. Digging the tunnel work in the dark, sir. Some soldiers ask you to intervene on their behalf to Angus. He forces miners to work long shifts in the dark, far above acceptable work times. If this continues, the miners will surely suffer from stress and mental fatigue. We'll go ahead to provide Angus with additional workers. Because we're sending people to the front anyways. So hopefully the next 3 will be enough to send to the front.
Sir, we lost this patient.
3
Sir,
patients
operation was successful.
awaiting decisions. Stable patient will go here. But again, we don't have the resources for it.
Sir, operation was successful.
And another Operation Emergency. This one is a high spirit, sure to rehab, morale raise, which is what we need.
Sir, operation was successful.
And here we go with more rehab. Send to the trenches.
Sir, patient is cured.
Which is Angus's mission complete. Excellent.
Sir, operation was successful.
Looks like we have a close to collapse ADS team. We have an exhausted team here, which we can swap out. The cemetery team, though, we'll have to make do.
Sir, medics are on the way. Sir, medics are on the way.
course, we don't have enough medicine. These two engineers are good to go now. But we'll keep chunking out medicine as fast as we can.
Sir, patient is cured.
And another operation emergency. We don't have gangrene removal equipment, so we'll have to perform the amputation. Actually, we're gonna do additional wounds cleansing because we can take the time. Another exhausted engineer.
Sir, engineer is on the way.
Now that they're back, we'll move them back
On the
in.
way. Sir, we lost this patient.
And a patient died during operation, which is never what you want to see. Alright.
Sir,
We do have
operation was
patients
successful.
finally going through. No one's ready to go back yet, though. I'm gonna go ahead and set rations to half rations because we're running low on food.
Sir, new patient arrived.
Do have a nurse, looks like they're ready for an upgrade. And here we're going to go with ambitious, works significantly better, the CCS. And we'll have to do this. Alright. Now it's not an issue so much, or supply issue isn't so much an issue of lack of supply, because we have the freight. It's more turning that freight into resources now, which is definitely our biggest detriment. It's mainly due to a lack of engineers. And the reason we lack engineers is because of lack of staff permits, which I definitely feel is the major contributing factor in this game.
Sir,
of
we lost this patient.
what limits you from basically saving everyone, for better or for worse.
Sir, engineer is on the way.
So we'll go ahead and do
Sir,
our best.
Doctor is starting a new shift. Sir, operation was successful.
Do you have a patient ready to be rehabbed? We're sending as many to the trenches as possible. And now we're back up to strong. Which means I can finally start getting drafts, and we might have to start spending most of those drafts
Patient is cured.
on bringing in medicine. Swap these guys out. And I think that'll have to be our major use of drafts now. Alcohol is a limiting factor for production of stuff. We do have some food incoming, but I want more food. In fact, I'm going to order all the food I can get, which means that I can set rations in the canteen. I'm going to let this meal
Sir, engineers
go
reached
through,
the pharmacy.
and then we'll go ahead and set it back up.
Sir,
Sir, may I have a moment of your time?
Certainly. What is on your mind, Head Doctor?
It seems that some unknown disease has started to spread among civilians, and I am becoming more and more concerned about it. Till today, I considered it as nothing more than an inconvenience. However, today one of the sick died because of the disease.
This is concerning, I agree. Unfortunately, we do not have the means to help the civilians with diseases.
That is what concerns me the most, sir. I fear that the disease could spread to the soldiers and patients, and we are not prepared to handle outbreaks. That is why I would like to delegate a few people to study the disease and send the results to HQ. This should help us discover what we are against.
This one I actually agree with. A physician and a nurse isn't great, but the fact that we may get staff permits. Unfortunately, I can't pull physicians out unless I... Had I known I needed to do that... Yeah, we can't do that. Unfortunately for now. But now I can go inside the CCS and do this. There we go. Alright, and so once that physician's done operating, which is Hatford Stanbury, which is this guy right here, I believe, we'll go ahead and send them out to look at the disease. Because we really don't have the resources to treat that much anyways. Do you have more people waiting? Gonna be sending more and more people to HQ while we have the chance.
Patient is cured.
Sir, may I speak with you?
Of course. What is on your mind?
The plague that broke out, sir. It is taking a heavy toll on the civilians.
Yes, I am aware.
Then, I would like to propose that we start admitting them for treatment. I understand that we are a military hospital and that our priority are soldiers.
Then you should understand that.
But it pains me to see them suffer so much, sir. I know our supplies are not limitless, but I think the hospital can manage to treat at least some of them. Please consider it, sir. This is all I ask.
Unfortunately, I can't treat civilians because we already don't have the resources to treat military personnel. And physicians aren't even done yet, because if it's going to be physician treatment, that means chemical medicine supplies, which,
New patient.
to be very plain, we don't have. So we'll go ahead and do this.
Sir, engineers reached the pharmacy.
Now if I go inside the CCS, yep. Now I can study 12 hours and assign.
Sir, we lost this patient.
There we go. And stable here. No one's quite ready yet. Do want to order some resources. We only have 3. I'm gonna do more chemical. And we can see that people are already exhausted.
Sir, engineer is on the way.
And we have a medic which needs an upgrade. If I can get the little thing. There we go. So we have extroverted, performs better when working with others. Friendly, others working tire them less. We'll do warm, so they're once again good working with others. And we have a nurse upgrade too. Here we'll do caring, works much better at the rehab center. So that's where that nurse has been stationed. We have an operation emergency. Sure to rehab, morale raise due to high spirit, which is what we want.
Sir, May I inform you that I left a personal recommendation note with one of the patients who was recently brought to the casualty clearing station.
So I'll take a look at it in a second. Operation emergency first. Standard procedure only. We don't have the resources otherwise. Go inside the CCS. Matthew Baker, who's a VIP. Sergeant Matthew Baker will be promoted to Sergeant Major immediately after his return. I would like to suggest a quick handling of this case, as there's a need for brave and gallant men on the front lines. HQ will not take his potential loss or inability to return to active duty lightly. Great. That means I'm gonna have to condemn that, and that's what we'll have to do. Once again, we'll move more people into producing more things. I'll go ahead and rotate out now.
Sir, engineer is on the way.
You have some more people waiting distribution. And they'll all get
patient
drafts.
is cured.
I'll order more alcohol. Trauma medicine supplies, I'll order those. And another nurse upgrade. Quiox tick. Works slightly slower, morale slightly increases when they work. We're gonna do resilient for tires. Significantly less at CCS. And we do have someone who's tired. It's one of the medic teams. We'll have to swap out to what we can.
Medics are on the way. Sir, medics are on the way.
4 patients in CCS awaiting decisions. Three in the surgical ward, which we don't have enough resources for, but we're producing more surgical supplies constantly. And we're finally up to 10 chemical medicine supplies. We do have another patient awaiting. They'll be sent to HQ. In fact, pretty much everyone from now on, when they finish, will just be sent to HQ.
Patient is cured.
Which I think is actually cool that we can go ahead and assign these people to HQ and they'll just release them over time. We'll order more resources. I'm gonna order more trauma medicine. I feel like surgical medicine we're okay on, and a thing of chemical medicine. And confirm.
Sir, medics are on the way.
Engineers getting tired, we'll swap out.
Way.
You have an operation emergency. Sir turned out to be much more complex than expected because of severe tissue damage. We're going to do only life-saving. Actually, no, we're going to do the comprehensive treatment, longer operation, but greater chance of success. And we have a doctor upgrade, which is a surgeon. Tire slightly slower, faster operations. Here we're going to do steady hands. Actually, we're going to do ambitious work significantly better.
Sir,
Another
engineers reached the
operation
pharmacy.
issue. We're going to help do the x-ray here for time saving. And another engineer is exhausted, which we'll have to go ahead and move people out. In fact, we're going to move pretty much all of those
Sir,
guys
engineer
out.
is on the way.
Alright, but with things getting a little bit more under control, I think that's where we should go ahead and leave it. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Please make sure you hit the like button if you liked the episode. If you want to see more videos, hit the subscribe button. Please make sure to leave a comment down below also. If you disliked the video, hit the dislike button, but leave a comment down below with letting me know what you disliked. I'm always looking to make improvements. I hope you have a nice rest of your day, and bye-bye.